We've spent several months on this trying to perfect this product. Today's all about trial fitting.
This is our prototype.
This is probably the 12th revision.
We're seeing a difference when we put the sump in the worst position and we put the stock sump in the best position. So it's got to have the depth, the cooling, but also the strength to be able to hold up any impacts.
Today we are releasing the 300 series sump. It has been a long time coming. We've spent several months on this trying to perfect this product and make sure that it's right and fit for you guys at home. Behind me is a GR Sport that's just come in. That is one of the very few that have just started to get our release sump. We're building a package with our Just Autos sump and a 530 oil to help with reliability. So let's get into it. All right, so here it is, our Just Autos sump. I'm really proud to present this. We've been working with a company called Harrop. They've done amazing jobs with the casting, machining of this product. You know, we've gone through so many things trying to work out what we needed to do and make this sump not only just work in a factory form, but also modified. So things like diff drop kicks and all those things that are available on the market, making sure that the sump still fits those particular items. And we're lucky enough to say that we've got a product now that does those things. The cool features here, you can see that it is cast aluminium. We were looking at billets and different options and we found that it's just cost efficient to do a cast. It's strong, it's got a little bit of weight in it. We've added some cooling fins to the bottom of it, also internal fins as well to give it maximized cooling. This adds about 1.8 litres to the extra volume of that engine. So it brings it to around about 8 litres, which is pretty similar to what the 1VD was. Now with this motor, we know that having that oil supply and that fresh oil going through that engine, it just helps long term. So we're definitely well aware of that. The next thing this sump comes with is a new sump plug. It's still a 14mm head, but what's different about this is that we have a magnetic end on this plug. The reason we made a magnetic, so anything that's metal conductive in the engine that will come through will stick to this magnet as it's circling through the oil system. It gives you a good indication if you've got something more sinister going on, and they're the first signs that you'll see. The next thing we have is our Just Autos oil filter cap. We figured that you've now got a sump and we want to make people more aware, especially if you're getting your car serviced elsewhere, that the car is filled with our oil, but it's also an 8 litre capacity now. So if they're looking at that car and they're filling with a gun and they're used to doing 300 series and they're putting their 6.3 litres in, and now they've got to just look at that and go, hey, it's now 8 litres. That is a billet cap, a beautiful finish off. Everything is done in the same powder coat that we have with all of our finishes that have a high protection coating on them, ensure that they last and they don't deteriorate. The next thing in the box is these spacers. Now, these spacers were made up to provide that the bash plate is going to have enough clearance for the sump. The sump has increased in size, it's also come down. We wanted to make sure they had adequate enough clearance there, so if you get any mud on the bash plate or underneath it, it's not going to really affect the integrity of the sump, so we provide these spacers. Also provide the bolts that go with it as well, and those bolts are the correct length for the spacer, including understanding the bash plates you're on to make it work really, really well. Okay, and the last two things to mention is that all of our cars that get a sump, they also get an oil filter. On the oil filter, we have laser etched it into a genuine filter that we are filling with a 530 oil. It's just, again, giving the people, if they're servicing it somewhere else, the understanding that that's the oil that's currently in the car. So that's something else we provide. And last but not least is our 530 oil, which is 100% synthetic. We've got a few videos of this oil going out and it's been selling really, really well. I'm really, really proud of this product. So altogether, all these products are helping our 300 series be a little bit more reliable, especially in the conditions of temperatures that we have here in Australia. So if you've got any more questions or queries, please get in contact with the guys at the front or look at our R&D videos on YouTube. But until then, stay tuned.